Alrighty, good afternoon, gentlemen. We got a full male audience this afternoon. I'm very well. Sorry, let me turn the light on. So welcome to DuePoint. Welcome to the rest of our audience who's out online on our live stream. Good afternoon to you, wherever you may be. Jane is on our live stream. You're welcome to chat to her, say hi, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes with you. So it's a short, sharp presentation. It is very much a business proposal. It's an invitation. I hope to give you enough information that you're able to make a decision at the end of the presentation. If you have any questions, reserve those until we're done. I'm sure one of you are hosting the other as a guest. Go speak to the person that's hosted or introduced you to this business. All right, and you're very welcome to ask Jane any questions on the online chat if you so wish. So let's begin. DuePoint is a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. So Constantia is a registered insurance company. We have been around for nearly 70 years. It's a company that you're probably not aware of because Constantia's never dealt with consumers like you and I before. Historically, they've only dealt with other businesses. But for the first time through DuePoint, we are now we're speaking and we're inviting to members of the public to join us in this business. So DuePoint is a fairly new business. We've been around since 2016, so we're about 3.5 years old when a number of factors came together to form the business. So this should be interesting for you because it gives you context to the relevance of our business, right? You want to understand, well, why is DuePoint around? What's the purpose of DuePoint? Well, number one, we wanted to create social impact. We wanted to impact the community and the country that we work in positively, right? And one of the biggest impacts that we wanted to have was financial impact. And that's exactly why you're here. You're here for one reason, financial impact, for cash, right? And so what we did was we created a business focused on community. We created an opportunity of social entrepreneurship. This means this is an invitation to join us in a partnership of business. And so our mandate becomes what we want to do, what we want to achieve in this partnership is to help grow DuePoint in South Africa and perhaps even beyond South Africa. And so your mandate becomes to create what we call channels of distribution. And these channels of distribution that you get to create tap into a lot of the benefits that you get to enjoy in this business, in the system. So I'm going to go through the benefits because those are very important. I imagine that out of necessity, you've looked at other business opportunities. Maybe you're involved in other business opportunities, right? And so it becomes very important to be able to discern, to be able to distinguish, to tell the difference between what is a good business opportunity and what is a poor business opportunity. Number one, we create additional income for you here at DuePoint. That's obvious, right? That's why you're here. That's why you're watching us online. But the nature of the income is very important to understand because very few companies, very few business opportunities, and most certainly us, we aren't able to create what we call recurring income. But DuePoint, as an insurance business, actually creates recurring income all the time, and you get to share in that benefit. We don't pay you for activity here at DuePoint. We pay you for the channel of distribution that you create, and that creates the recurring income. It's not tied to activity. That is a constraint that creates all the risk that we find ourselves in currently. Because in employment, if you don't work every 8 hours, every day for the week, for the month, you don't get paid your check at the end of the month, right? But at DuePoint, we're not activity-based. You can build a channel of distribution and you can go on 3 months holiday and DuePoint's still going to pay you while you're on holiday. Right? I'm going to speak about that more when we talk about the benefits of building an asset that you own. You get to tap into the power of duplication. So we allow you the leverage of being able to go out and build a team around you, a good team around you that can help you build a channel of distribution. That much greater, that much faster. You actually get to enjoy exponential growth in your income at DuePoint. Something we don't experience in employment. In employment, if I get, at the end of the financial year, if I get a 3% raise, I feel lucky. One, because I wasn't retrenched. One, because I wasn't asked to take a drop in my salary. And number two, I've actually got a raise where everyone else has got no raises in South Africa, right? Here at DuePoint, you can give yourself a raise every single month. Your income can increase constantly in this business, right? And you want to leverage that by building a good team around you. You don't want to do it on your own. A team can build a channel much faster than you can on your own. And then the technology that we've invested in here at DuePoint allows you to build a channel of distribution very easily, anywhere in the country, with very little expense to yourselves. And so you need to tap into the technology, right? You can see it working right now. I'm sitting here, I'm speaking to an audience live in our studio, but we've got hundreds of people watching us around the country online, live, right? Tap into that technology. It makes this business a lot simpler and better and faster for you. We've designed this business to have very little risk. So we think this is the greatest business opportunity that exists in South Africa. You remember at the beginning of the presentation, I said to you, we wanted to achieve social impact. We wanted to help people, help the community, help South Africans to leverage themselves in a better financial position than they currently are, right? And so this business opportunity doesn't come with a big price tag attached to it. It comes as very little risk. We wanted to make it as accessible as possible to as many South Africans. And so I'm not offering you a franchise opportunity where I say, if you want to get into this franchise opportunity, it's going to cost you 20,000 Rand. No, it's very little risk. And so you're free to join this business without any fear, right? Because there's no risk attached to this business. And even if you're skeptical, right, out there might be guests sitting with you that are skeptical. That's because of all those other businesses that have come before us. We have grown to be very skeptical of business opportunities. Even if you're skeptical, you can still try this business because you've got nothing to lose. We've designed it that way. And at the same time, we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. Again, we're trying to make it as accessible as possible. And then for me, very importantly, you get to build an asset that you have ownership over. Your channel of distribution, you have what we call legal tender. It means you legally own your channel of distribution. You can sell it. If it's producing 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 Rand a month, it's got intrinsic value because it's creating this annuity income for you, right? Every single month. And so that asset has a lot of value. You can sell it. You know because you own it, it's not going to retrench you ever. When you get to 60 or 65, it's not going to retire you, right? How many South Africans can afford retirement? Think about all these people that get to the age of 60, 65. They realize they can't afford retirement. That's 95% of the population. Can't afford retirement. But you're still forced to go on retirement, and so suddenly you're forced to go look for another job when you're 65 years old. This business, your channel of distribution, doesn't retire you. It's going to pay you through your 60s, through your 70s, through your 80s, through your 90s, through your hundreds. How old are you going to live till? 110? 120? Right? It won't stop paying you because you've built an asset over time that creates recurring income for you, that you own. You've built something you've owned. You invested and sacrificed time into building something you own. In employment, we don't own anything. Have you got shares in the businesses you work for? No, you don't. No one's got shares in the businesses they work for. Very few of us. There's less than 1% of people that have shares in the businesses they work for. Right? We don't get to share in the upside of employment. But we're forced to share in the downside. Because if the company suffers, we're at the receiving end. We get retrenched. We don't get a raise in our salaries. We're the ones that can't find jobs. Graduates coming out of university can't find jobs. I'm hoping that people will start sacrificing time into building their own businesses. You get to build your own business here at DuePoint, right? And what happens when you die? Does that money disappear? Does your channel of distribution disappear? No. In your will, you will say, I seed my DuePoint channel of distribution that's producing this much money every single month. I seed it to my wife or to my husband or to my children. That's what wealth is all about. Our business is about creating wealth. And finally, there's no selling involved in our business. Who thought you were going to be selling today? Who thought they were going to become insurance salesmen here at DuePoint? Brendan and myself, we're the only insurance salesmen here. Right? All our wealth engineers, all the people that join this business are not selling anything. You're not required to sell anything. What you're going to be telling people about is the opportunity. That's all you have to do. Go out and spread the good news of actual opportunity that exists in South Africa still today, when there's so little of it, right? And so at the same time, the products that we have are intangible. We have financial products that we ask people to engage with. And that's convenient too, because that means there's no boxes at reception. There's no stock you have to order if you start doing well in this business. There's no stock you're taking home and trying to store in your garage or in your bedroom or in your cupboards with expiry dates. We've got IT systems that take care of all our distribution of our products. Automatically, you never have to bat an eyelid about product in this business. And so that makes it very convenient, but your success is dependent on you being able to build a channel of distribution. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer, right, in 5 minutes, and a product owner, and now you start going out and telling people about the business. In this little example, you've got 5 people that have become wealth engineers because of you. They've joined DuePoint, they've joined your channel of distribution, and they go out and start telling other people. And so you've got more people that start to join. Right? And you've got this power of duplication that starts to take place, this channel of distribution that starts building over time that's paying you income every single month. So over 6, 7 months, maybe to a year, you've got a channel that looks similar to this. Every single dot that you see on the screen is a product owner affording you income every single month. What happens if you stop doing DuePoint? You just decide you're not going to tell anyone about DuePoint anymore. DuePoint doesn't come out your mouth for a whole month. Is DuePoint going to pay you? Yes! Well done. DuePoint is going to pay you because we don't pay you for your activity. We pay you for the channel of distribution that you build. Next month, this is not going to disappear. And so you get paid again next month. That is recurring income. That's the power of owning an asset, building an asset that you have ownership over, right? Are we going to start sacrificing time to build something we own? Or are we just going to work for somebody else for 45 years? That's the decision. That's the decision you've got to make every single morning. How do we pay our wealth engineers? At the end of every single month, we pay our wealth engineers what we call a DuePoint return, right? The DuePoint return is based on £27.50 for every product in your qualified channel. The people that you introduce personally to DuePoint, you get paid 55 Rand. You get paid double the 27.50 for every person that you introduce personally that falls on your first point. Right? You've got 10 people on your first point. That's 550 Rand we're paying you every single month. Those people go out and start connecting other people. That's your second point. On your second point, we pay again 55 Rand for every product. If you've got 100 people on your first and second point together, suddenly you're earning 5,500 Rand a month. That's 60,000 a year. And so on and so forth. It grows to your third point, your fourth point, all the way out to your eighth point, right? You see that multiplier starts to drop the further the product is away from you. But at point 8, you're still earning 4% of the 27.50. And the beautiful thing about DuePoint is that we don't limit you on how much money you can earn. We don't limit you on the size of your channel. We will keep paying you 4% from point 8 in theory to infinity. You could build a business with 1,000 points and earn on that entire business and keep growing it and keep growing it and keep growing it. What can you do in 40 years in this business? In employment, they'll tell you, if this is your experience and this is what your education is, that's how much you're going to earn. And it's never going to be more than that. In this business, I'm telling you, there's no ceiling to how much money you can earn. Think about that for a second. There's no ceiling. There's no limit to how much money you can earn at DuePoint. I want you to start thinking long-term about this business. Not 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, 5 years. I want you to think 40 years. What can I do in my lifetime in a business where I have ownership and where they won't limit how much I earn? People still won't understand, well, how quickly can I make money in this business? Is it fast? Is it going to take long? How much money are we talking? How much activity are we talking about? We built a projection, a 5-year plan. Right, the 5-year plan, this example is based on moderate activity, the ability to go out and connect 2 people onto your first point. So 2 personal introductions, successful introductions to your channel every single month. So you're building your first point by 2 every single month, right? If you can do that, after 6 months, you could be earning around about 2,500 Rand a month. One of the biggest stepping stones to becoming a wealthy individual is getting rid of your debt. Getting rid of debt. Right? If you're my age, if you're in your 40s, you know you've incurred a lot of debt in 25 years. If you're young, maybe you haven't made those mistakes yet. If you're old, you know the mistakes you make when it comes to debt. Right? And so we need to get rid of our debt. South Africans, and I'm sure people all over the world, are indebted because we have this consumer environment where we want to spend, we want to look good, we want to buy things and everything. You can finance everything, right? And it gets us into trouble. And maybe we can manage our debt, but we don't realize what it's costing us. Here at DuePoint, if you want to become a wealthy person, and we want you to become wealthy people, that's our goal, to make you wealthy. If you want to be wealthy, you have to start focusing on getting rid of your debt. So here's a little example to encourage you. Here's someone with a 1 million rand property that they went and bonded, right? They went to the bank. They said, please, I want to buy a property. I need 1 million rand. The bank said, here's 1 million rand. I'm going to loan it to you. You're going to pay me off for 20 years. 1 million rand at prime plus 2, you're paying back to the bank about 11,500 rand a month for 20 years. Only when you finish paying is that property yours. But you joined DuePoint, and 6 months later, you're earning this little 2,500 rand a month. And instead of spending it, you decide, I'm going to put that money into my bond. I'm going to pay my debt off a little bit faster because that 2,500 rand will allow you to pay that bond off in 11 and a half years instead of 20. All you're doing is you're just putting 20% extra, but the bond comes down by nearly 50%. That 2,500 rand will save you 900,000 rand in interest. That's how you turn small recurring income into big money. We pay our debt off as quickly as possible. Then we're on the road to wealth. At month 12, you could be earning close to 9,000 rand a month. After 24 months in our business, you're close to 28,000 rand a month. 3 years, you're close to 50,000 rand a month. Remember, you're connecting 2 new people into your business every single month. Month 48, you're going to be close to about 70,000 rand a month. And then after 5 years, you're going to be close to 85,000 rand a month, which is 1 million rand in recurring income annually. Think about DuePoint paying you 1 million rand every year for the rest of your life. That's 5 years. This could be your 5-year journey. Right? So, oh, that's a nice example. We've got people doing this business. And so we get to invite these people up onto stage so I can show you real people doing the business so that you can believe them. You don't have to believe me. Go look at the people doing the business, right? Because I know you're skeptical. You go, oh, this marketing guy's telling us a nice story. And so it's very important that we share real experiences of people doing this business. Here we've got Glenn Madela, right? You can see he's not a youngster anymore. He runs his own business. He's in transport. He's been in our business for 2.5 years. His channel value at the moment is sitting at about just over 2,000 rand a month. Right? So you think, he should be much higher than this. But look what he's done. In the last 3 months, he's increased his income by 15,000 rand. We've paid him an extra 5,000 on top of the 2,000 every single month because he's been engaged in an incentive called the Achiever Quest. I'll tell you about the Achiever Quest shortly. You can see how many people he's put in. 37 people on his first point, right? Then we've got Sibusiso, who's from Newcastle and Natal, but he's moved up to Centurion for work. He's been in our business 6 months. Remember I said 6 months doing 2 people a month is going to get you to how much? 2.5, right? He's done 4.5 in 6 months. You can do whatever you want. He's put in 25 people. The 25 people have helped him find 100 people in his business. Right? So he's got a good team. He's got a good team going out to help him build a channel. Go find yourselves good people to put in your business. It is going to make this business much easier and your channel will grow so much faster. And so we've got thousands of people joining our business every single month. Everybody is different. Everyone's different. I want you to decide what you want out of our business. You're going to look at these people and go, oh, they're earning money. Some of them are earning big money. Some of them a little bit of money. It doesn't matter how much they're earning. You need to decide what you want out of our business. You need to make that decision. On top of the returns program, we've got the XP rewards program. So this is additional benefit. When your channel starts to grow, we call the size of your channel ranks, right? So when you get to certain milestones in terms of qualified channel size, we call those ranks. And when you get to certain ranks, there are cash checks, there's tools, there's all kinds of things waiting for you that we give our wealth engineers. At rank 5, we give you a business toolkit so that when you go out and you speak to people, you look professional. All our wealth engineers are brand ambassadors of our business. If I could have my way, I would want everybody to look like they represent DuePoint professionally. right? But you have to make that decision. At rank 5, we give you a business toolkit, but you're free to buy this on your first day as a wealth engineer. I'm hoping people will invest in business cards the moment they become wealth engineers, so they look professional when they go out. At rank 7, we get you very fancy business cards manufactured. At rank 7, we get you business cards that cost us 17,000 Rand for one set. You get 1,000 business cards that are thick. They are gilded in gold. Look how thick the business cards are. You can see the picture there. Why do we do that? Because when you sit down at a meeting with somebody, and that somebody has looked at 10 other business opportunities, the moment you sit down and put a 17,000 Rand business card on the table, that person's already going, this person is way better than the others. This company looks like the real deal. The other ones, they look like amateurs. That's the importance of getting business cards that cost 17,000 Rand. And rank 9, you've got 1,000 products in your qualified channel. By the time you get to rank 9, you're earning about 20,000 Rand a month. And when you get to rank 9, we get to tell you that we're inviting you and your family to our rank 9 international conference. We will take you and your family business class flights to a 5-star luxury resort for 7 days, an all expenses paid trip. We send a car to come pick you up at home. We take you to the airport, into the business class lounge. We fly business class. We spend 7 days living like millionaires, because that's how much that resort costs in the most expensive time of the year. And you get to experience what wealthy feels like. Because if you carry on with DuePoint and you carry on building your channel, you're going to be permanently wealthy. Not just 1 week a year. That's why we take you to our rank 9 trip. So take a look. I want you to imagine yourselves there. This rank 9 trip is available for all of you, for everybody. It helps your prospecting, right? These are tools to help you build business. It's not just a vacation for 7 days. It is going to put your business channel building on steroids when you go on your first Rank 9 trip, because people see the success that you're having that you told them about 6 months ago. 2 ranks later, we buy you a brand new car valued at R250,000. We pay for the car cash. We put it in your name. You drive it off our parking lot. There's no DuePoint stickers. It's your car. There's no debit order at the end of the month for you. Are you wealthy yet? By rank 11, are you wealthy yet? You're earning, by this stage, rank 11, you're probably earning about $30,000 a month. And this is just the beginning, because our rewards program goes up to rank 28. We're only at 11. The Mauritius trip was the cheap Mauritius trip. This is the small car. So I'll ask again, do you think you can make a lifetime commitment to a business? What can you do in 40 years in this business? Because if you stick to a business like this, you become a stakeholder in DuePoint and perhaps one of the biggest companies in South Africa. We might only be 3 years old now, but by the time we're 30 years old, how big is DuePoint going to be? Are you going to be part of that, or are you going to be one of the people that was part of it when it was small? That's always the decision. However, our business is very much built on the products that we've innovated for South Africans. And these products are important with regards to wealth. They have wealth in mind when they were designed, these products, right? Because they are there to protect your wealth. Maybe not for your sake, maybe for the sake of your family. But nonetheless, right, we're often motivated by trying to provide for our families. Access Wealth, it's an investment and an insurance product rolled into one. Only 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand gets invested into a tax-free investment fund that's in your name. You've got full access to that fund. And then the insurance portion is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover that you get on top of your investment, right? The products are designed to be accessible to everybody at the same age. At the same price. So we've got Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is insurance only, 249 Rand a month, and this gives you 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. When I speak about the accessibility of our products being at the same price, we don't discriminate against your health status, right? And so it doesn't matter what age you are, it doesn't matter what health status you have, the price is the same for everybody. As long as you're over the age of 18, you can be 70, you can be 80 years old. You know that the price is still the same for everybody. You can be diabetic, you can have a heart condition. The price is still the same for everybody. Then we've got Family Wealth, which is it's about a year old now. Our funeral cover product, probably one of the best funeral cover products in the country at the moment. For 299 Rand, you get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers up to 5 family members. You, as the principal member, also get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. So upon your death, we don't only cover your funeral cost, but we also cover up to 10,000 Rand of debt that you might have left behind. You can increase this cover to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members. And again, there are no excluded pre-existing conditions. Doesn't matter what your health status is. This price is the same for everybody, right? You do, however, have to get into this product before the age of 70. But once you're covered by Family Wealth, doesn't matter what age you live to, you'll still be covered by Family Wealth, right? It's called a whole of life cover. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to lower your monthly expenditure. We spend money every single month. If DuePoint can help you, if this Wealth Points product can help you to lower your monthly expenses, well, then maybe you can pay your debt off sooner. Maybe you can become wealthy sooner, right? And so what we've done is we've partnered with a whole plethora of businesses, right? You can see there, you probably spend money with 2 or 3 of those businesses already. But through Wealth Points, you can enjoy the discounts and the services we've negotiated with these businesses. One of them is FHM Personal Fitness. This is one of the original partners in our Wealth Points program. We very much appreciate that if you are going to be wealthy, one of the things you want on top of wealth is health. No point in being wealthy and sick, right? And so we've got a wonderful partner in FHM Personal Fitness where they will customize a training program and a nutritional program for you. So you sign up to these guys, they run online, so they work anywhere in the country. We're getting 50% off their rate, and they will help you reach whatever fitness and health goals that you have. They'll cater completely, and you're able to log in and check in every single day, and they're able to give you feedback every single day while you're training, while you're eating, to make sure that you reach your fitness and health goals. So we've got a wonderful promotion at the moment. If you join this month, you get the first month free, and then every month thereafter is still 50% off with FHM Personal Fitness. The Achiever Quest, for those of you that need money now, I know we all need money right now. Some of us can't wait to build a channel. I need cash now. So what Glenn did, right, we remember Glenn Madela, the old man from the beginning of the presentation, he was achieving the 5,000 Rand Achiever Quest every single month for the last 3 months. So he's boosted his channel by 5,000 Rand, right? So instead of earning 2,000, he's now earning 7,000 every month. How do you do it? You just introduce a lot of wealth engineers every single month, and they have to pay successfully in the same month, right? So if you can get 10 people to join and pay successfully in the same month, we'll give you 5,000 Rand on top of your return. If you can do 20, we'll give you 10,000 Rand. If you do 30, we'll give you 15,000. In your first month at DuePoint, you can earn 16,500 Rand in your first month at DuePoint. And you can do that every single month if you want to, right? So every year, there's about 180,000 Rand in value just on the Achiever Quest, excluding your returns and rewards. When we talk about doing it every month, we've got the 365 challenge. This is a great challenge. It's got about 1.4 million Rand in value. It challenges you to connect 365 people in the next 12 months in your business. That's personal introduction. So you have to go out and connect a person a day on average. If you can do that, you'll get to about rank 13, 14, right? So with this time next year, August next year, if you do this exercise, August next year, you could be earning close to 50,000 Rand a month from DuePoint. You'll come with us to Mauritius. You might even be going on the Mediterranean cruise every year. You'll have the car parked in your garage. You'll have the fancy business cards. You'll have the business pack. You'll have all the checks. And if you do it in the time frame, if you do the 365 people in those 12 months, we will give you an extra 365,000 Rand in cash at the end of that period. If you want to be a millionaire in 1 year, there it is. It's on the table. Anyone can take it. Right? So be sure that you challenge yourself. Perhaps you think, oh, that's quite difficult. Sit down and spend a few minutes and just think, what do I need to change in my routine to be able to connect one person a month? Because if I can do that, I can change my life dramatically in just 12 months. A little bit of background on our business, because when you leave this building, I want you to leave without any skepticism. I want you to be proud of the partnership that I've invited you to come join. Why? Because you can be proud. We're a 70-year-old business. We're listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange, so we're a public company. We get publicly audited. We are regulated by the FSCA all the time, right? And so you can look at the business and go, yes, this is a credible business that I'm getting to partner with. I can be proud. When I go out and speak to people, I can speak with trust in my heart, because this is a credible business, and this is a business that's trying to foster long-term relationships with its wealth engineers. I want to see people joining this business that I get to learn and grow with and grow this relationship with over the next lifetime. When you get to rank 9, we're going on holiday together. I'm going to see you in your Speedo. Your children might be coming with, right? And so we're trying to foster these long-term relationships. And that can only happen if there's trust and credibility. And so I want you to go check out our website. Go to the Constantia website. Go to Conduit Capital's website. Go look at our 70-year track record. Go see if this is a business that you can be proud to partner with. The FSP number, so that's our financial services provider license number. You can see all our licenses on display on our website as well as outside in the foyer. And so what is the decision that I'm hoping that we get to make? The decision is, what am I doing this afternoon? Have you already got plans for this afternoon? What about this weekend? What are your plans this weekend? Is DuePoint included in those plans? I want people to be intentional about this opportunity. It's easy to get excited. Who wants to be a millionaire? Who wants to go to Mauritius? Who wants a car parked in their garage that they never had to pay for? Yes, me. But what am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, how many people am I going to tell about DuePoint? That's the decision that we need to make, not whether you want everything. Getting started is very simple. Register as a wealth engineer, right? So your host, the person that introduced you, can help you with that. It's a 5-minute process. You get to pick a product in that process. Download the DuePoint app onto your phone, because that helps you do the business and see the business and understand the business, right? So make sure that's downloaded on your phone, and then start watching the training. Watch the training as many times as you can. If you become an expert in this business, your business will flourish. It will flourish. And it's a short learning curve. It's not a 5-year degree. In 1 month, you can become an expert in this business. But you have to go engage in all the training videos that we've created for you, and then connect 3 people to start earning. You have to have 3 people who pay their debit orders successfully in the same month, and that's where you start earning. That 165 Rand or more, maybe you go out and do 10. Then it's going to be 5,550 Rand in your bank account at the end of next month. That's how we start, with 3 people. So focus on finding 3 people as quickly as possible. If you can do 3, you can do 300. It's just time. It's just time. Merchandise. Empower yourself with the merchandise. It will help you in business. There is no salesperson on earth that doesn't have business cards. There isn't. So why do people not get business cards when they join a business? Maybe they don't trust the business enough. Make sure you trust the business. Make sure that you're happy to invest in getting yourself business cards and a notepad and a pin and a pen, right? Because it makes you look professional. Our Bombela encounter, we're going out to Mpumalanga, middle of next month, 14th of September. I will help you build your channel that side of the world. Out of Mpumalanga. You don't only want to be earning money in the town that you live in or the province you live in. This business allows you to build a national channel. A national channel. You can be earning money from every single little corner of South Africa, right? This is how you do it. You go find as many people in Mpumalanga as you can. You make a list, you phone all of them, you invite them, you tell them about DuePoint, and you say the executive is going to visit you on the 14th of September. Go sit down for a couple of hours. He's going to tell you everything about the business. I will help you build your channel in Mpumalanga. You've just got to invite the people. And then a little reminder, all the social media platforms that we're on, right? So that you can engage with us constantly. YouTube, Facebook, we've got podcasts, which are much easier to listen to than watching the videos. Download the app. Go order the merchandise on our store, which is online, dewpoint.net. It's as simple as that. Go out, get started in this business, connect 3 people, start earning, start building wealth this year. You can have the best Christmas this year. You don't have to wait for 2020. Make it happen now. You can make it happen in a month. You can earn 16,500 Rand this month. You just got to plan it. Plan what you're doing tomorrow. Prioritize and build prosperity for yourselves this year. Good luck, gentlemen. And ladies, good luck. Thank you.